Jesus, 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 you're the Son of God. Jesus. Lekita soparate sinagogaya di city la lasta. Shakoko parata sate jala. Shakoko parati city la. One of the greatest burdens we have is that people will not travel all the way from where they have come and go back the same. It's a waste if we gather just for the purpose of gathering. I come under very intense pressure in the middle of these meetings, but I trust and I know that we shall be helped of God in Jesus' precious name. We are in a season. I know people have been touched and impacted already. Is there something happened to you, had an encounter, something happened to you just now? And if it was possible to share a testimony, you would like to share something. Anyone like that? Let me see your hand. A healing already that's right. A healing already took place in you. An intervention, a visitation, an encounter already happened. All right, we'll give you the chance in a short while to come. We are in a season where we have come for a focus on the subject of dominion. Genesis chapter 1 verse 28. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. God blessed them. God said, be fruitful. Subdue, have dominion is the overall theme of the conference. But this morning, very quickly, in this healing and deliverance segment of this conference, I'd like to speak on dominion over the forces of darkness. Dominion over the forces of darkness. And when we talk about the forces of darkness, we are talking about everything from disease to demons to death. Dominion over the forces of darkness. Our objective is to understand what it takes to put darkness in check. Whether it is the darkness of disease, ancestral inherited disease, or the darkness of demonic powers, witchcraft powers, occult powers, evil powers, or the darkness of premature death. But our study this morning will not be long, because there is one principal tool that confers defeat to darkness. It is called light. In Genesis chapter 1 and in verse 1, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth, and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. Darkness was everywhere, and God said, let there be light. And there was light. The eternal answer to darkness is light. In Genesis, in John chapter 1 and in verse 5, he said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. From verse 1 to 5, and the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness is powerless before the light. The darkness is powerless before the light. I heard God's servant Bishop David Oyedeko said, the dominion of light over darkness is instant and automatic. It is instant. There is no duration between the switching on of the light and the disappearance of the darkness. There is no duration. There is no how long did it take when light came before darkness disappeared. No, light disappeared, light appeared, and darkness disappeared instantly. Darkness disappeared automatically. There is no exchange of blows between light and darkness. Light is not victorious over darkness. Light triumphs over darkness. You don't say that light won victory. When you say victory, there was a battle. When you say triumph, it is a one-way blow. It's an instant knockout. Are you hearing what I'm saying here today? I stand here by the prophetic and apostolic mantle of God with which I preach, that someone here today, you will record instant knockout against the force of darkness, against the force of darkness, against the forces of darkness, troubling your life, troubling your destiny. Instant knockout. Shout power! Shout glory! A pastor who has the potential to pastor a church and deliver the oppressed, and by power of connection and impartation raise the dead, and cause by the same impartation and prayers barren women getting fruitful, was about to be run mad from the altar. You heard his testimony. On the altar, the devil said, off your cloth. That was a spirit of insanity, a darkness that was covering a potential. Until he entered the vicinity of light, and that light showed the devil the road to hell. I am here to announce today, every darkness that is a torment around your life shall be shown the road to hell today. Shall be shown the road to hell today. Shall be shown the road to hell today. Somebody shout the loudest amen. Lift your hands and say, I connect light. I connect light, and I overwhelm darkness. I connect light, and I overcome darkness. I connect light, and I defeat darkness. Now, give the Lord a praise. Take your seat. Whether it is the darkness of disease or the darkness of demonic powers or the darkness of death, it's the same light. You know, we live in the world where darkness has multiplied. Am I communicating? Isaiah chapter 60 and in verse 1. The Bible said, arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon you. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. It moved from darkness. Look at it again. Darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. What is covering the people is worse than what is covering the earth. Darkness covered the earth, but when it came to the individual people, it became multiplied. Gross darkness the people. You see it all over the internet. Demons everywhere. People see one, they turn it into two. It is white, they say it is black. It's just upside down. Man wants to marry man. Woman wants to marry woman. It's gross darkness. We saw the internet the other day. They showed me something the other day. So those who identify themselves with dogs, that they have inside them something that is doggish personality. They gathered in one hall in their numbers, making dog sound. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Some covering their face with dog mask. Human beings. That inside them there is an identification with dog. For those kind of people, I'm sure that some of them are already living with dogs. The men are already living with the dog, with female dogs, and the women are already with male. Oh no! Gross darkness, the people. These are the days where people will come out and say, I am this or that. The thing that used to be forbidden in time past. Name that they call you, you say, who are you calling this or that? They come out and say, I'm this, I'm that. Publicly, do you understand? Gross darkness. But in the season of gross darkness, we need grosser light. Light, the amplified light, mega light, gross light. This is not the time to use candlelight. This is not the time to use candlelight. This is not the time to use lantern light. This is not the time to use torchlight. This is the time to look for light. Floodlight. Are you hearing what I'm saying here? We need spiritual floodlight. We need spiritual gross light to tackle this gross darkness. Professor Kolo, when you were in the medical school, I don't know when it was your time, how many dialysis machines did you see? He's a professor of ear, nose, and throat surgery. When you were in the medical school, how many dialysis machines did you see? He saw none.
None.
Professor Oka, plastic surgeon. How many did you see? When you were in the medical school where you trained, how many dialysis machines did you see?
None, sir.
None. None. It was a textbook reference. Today, dialysis is every day. Private hospitals everywhere. Do you understand what I'm talking about? The darkness of sickness multiplied. They are calling cancer as if it is malaria. Cancer of this, cancer of that, cancer of this, cancer of that. The darkness of disease, darkness of premature death. Ministry. If you're in a healing ministry or a deliverance ministry and people know you pray and the sick are healed, your phone is the destination of the worst of afflictions. And you're lying if they have the answers. Between yesterday and today, between less than 12 hours, I don't know how many people say their brother just breathed their last. This person just. Do you understand what I'm talking about? People I don't know from everywhere. It's just darkness. So the devil is doing a lot of overtime. Affliction multiplied, diseases multiplied, pain multiplied, killings multiply. So we are in the time where we don't just need light, we need light that is gross. Lift your hands and say, Father, I apply for light. I apply for light. I apply for light. I apply for gross light. I apply for light now. Some people say the kind of food and things people are eating now has multiplied this. It means it's the devil that, whatever happened, the devil showed people what to eat that can make them more afflicted. If that was the case, take your seat. Question is, if we are to dominate darkness, if we are to be in charge of darkness, we are to connect light. What is light? There are many things that are light, but Psalm 82 and in verse 5, it said, they know not, neither will they understand, so they walk on in darkness. They know not, so they walk on in darkness. So light equals knowledge. Light is knowledge. Light equals insight. Light equals revelation. Revelation is released in the midst of the oppression, and the oppression cannot withstand it. Light is knowledge. Light is knowledge. Light is knowledge. Light. In 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 6, 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 6, he said, for God, who commanded the light to shine out of darkness, has shined in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge. So light is knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. Light equals knowledge. Secondly, light is the word, equals the word. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was light, and the life was the light. Light is word. Number 3, light is his presence and person. Is the presence and person of God. In Psalm 36 and in verse 9, the Bible said, for with thee is the fountain of life, and in thy light shall we see light. Psalm 89 verse 15, it said, blessed is the people that know the joyful sound. They shall walk, O Lord, in the light of thy countenance. His countenance carry light. 1 John chapter 1 verse 5, God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. And so, if we must dominate darkness, we must possess knowledge. If we must dominate darkness, we must possess the word. If we must dominate darkness, we must carry God. We must. When you appear, God appeared, and darkness disappeared. It is as if the lion was following the dog, or the lion was following the antelope, and they were walking together. And the hyena is running. Instead of pursuing the goat, he's running, because he sees not just the goat, but he sees the lion with it. But now let us take the first one. We may deal with the others in the course of the conference, but let's take the knowledge. Light is knowledge. What kind of knowledge will cause me to defeat the forces of darkness? Number one is the knowledge of God. The knowledge of God. When you are possessed with the rema of who God is, you are a commander of darkness. The Bible said in Daniel chapter 11 verse 32b, it said, the people that do know their God, 32b, they shall be strong and they shall do exploit. They shall be strong and they shall do exploit. They shall be strong and they shall do exploit. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is. You must believe in the knowledge of the reality and the almightiness of God imparts the faith to dominate darkness. You don't know God if you fear for your future. You don't know God yet if you fear the devil. There is something about God you need to know, where you can pocket your hand like this in the face of challenges and in the face of hell. Are you hearing what I'm saying here today? If you can see the size of God, nothing else has size. Hey! If you can see the size of God, nothing else has size. Our challenge is that we have not been able to discern the size of God. What is the size of your God? What is the size of your God? The one who sits in the heavens and the earth is his side table. He places his leg the way you place your leg on the table. The whole of the globe, including Asia, with billions of people, the globe is his footstool. How big is the body? How big is the leg? You are the apple of his eye. I'm the apple of his eye. All of us are the apple of his eye. How big is the eye? How big is the head that carries the eye? How big is the body that carries the head? When I saw the size of one angel in Genesis chapter 18 verse 1, he said, and the Lord, Revelation chapter 18 verse 1 and 2, he talked about the angel. One angel. After these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. An angel one, flooded the earth with light. How much light did the one who created him have? If you read verse 2, that same angel, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is falling. Go to verse 3. He said, all right, now this particular angel, the Bible said, one of his leg was on the sea, another one was on the land. Not God yet. He put one leg in the Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, and dropped the other leg in Africa. An angel. What is the size of the kind of God? I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head, and his face was as it were the sun, and his feet was as pillars of fire, and he had in he had in his hand a little book open, and he set his right foot upon the sea and his left foot on the earth. What is the size of the leg? What is the distance of the leg? You don't call it length now, distance. You can't measure it with it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? No wonder Paul the Apostle said that I may know you.